Everything's a choice. Let me repeat that. Everything's a choice. Hi, everyone, and welcome to my channel. My name is Melinda Van Fleet, and if you are new, I am super excited that you found me. This is my Monday through Friday Riff Tip, and my intention is that maybe they're a little triggering because in order to expand, you do need to be triggered a little bit, and that's a journey. And so I just welcome you for being here, and also know that I'm trying to keep these about 10 minutes so they're, let's say, bingeable, because also too, each of my little videos will probably have little nuances that bounce back and forth where I reference the other videos. So, because that is life. That's a journey. Like, it's always building upon one thing after another. So again, I want to get back to this topic of everything's a choice. And a little bit of backstory on how I heard that and how that has completely changed my life and been my ride or die number one thing that I live and breathe, is that I heard that on my first day of university. I went to Purdue University. I graduated in 1993. Hello. Yes, Gen Xer, 54 years old. And my professor in AP 101, in front of a huge auditorium of kids, we were all like freshmen, AP 101, said that everything's a choice. And all these people like raised their hands and tried to argue with him and debate him on this topic. And basically he was like, nope, it's still a choice. It's still a choice. And it's also a choice to understand that that's a choice and the conscious awareness around your choices. Hence why it's so important. So I always am so grateful if I've learned nothing else from going to Purdue, but my social security number, because back then we didn't have, emails and websites. Like your grades got put on a wall. So you had to learn your social security number and go up with a ruler and see what your grades were. So anyone out there listening that is from my generation or even before that remembers those days, like give me a shout out in the comments. Like seriously, like that's how I remember my social security number, is from that experience in college. And everything's a choice. Two things. Besides that, college was just a blast. And I'm so glad there weren't cell phones. Just saying, I can't run for politics. I would not be vetted properly, or like whatever. Anywho, so I really want you to think about that. And then think about the fact that the choices we make are what really leads to our timelines and what goes on in our lives. And there's just so much compounded in this. It's such a big topic. So these little riff tips are meant for you just to start like contemplating and thinking about things. And as you go through your day, like the choices that you make. So I had something happen for me, and it really came to me this morning. It's actually more for the other person than really for me, because it was about a choice. And what I saw from this experience, and there's so many levels, and I refer to the onion yesterday in yesterday's video, that there's just so many levels to everything, and peeling the onion and really seeing that, is that this person made a choice, and it's fine and all with love. And there's nothing negative about this story. It's actually quite a beautiful story. I just don't want to share too much on YouTube. But the choice is going to keep leading this person to getting a certain type of client. And I see this not only because of my intuitive gifts, which we all have, and if you do the exercises in video 1, yours will continue to grow as well, but also because I have a lot of experience in this with my husband and I's business, Good Karma Sport Fishing and Coaching educational programs. He wanted that rebranded last year, which we did. And that is like, if you keep getting the same client that isn't your ideal dream client, and that's not going to elevate you, you're going to continue to be stuck like in the mud. And we, last year, my husband and I, we had to make some tough calls. And we've had to make tough calls on lots of clients over 13 years of being in business. I remember the type of clients that my husband was getting for charters when we first started. It was very much this like Miami crowd of fill the meat box, and they were rude and they were loud and they were dirty people. And we just started like saying like no to those people. And over time, this does take time, you start to build the clientele that you wish, that's going to not only serve your purpose, because I don't want to take someone's purpose away from them. And there's a lot packed into that and a lot of healing journey packed into that too. But also like you can have like a really great purpose with a higher end client, or more of what we call like, the dream client. And I know this seems very elusive, but referring to my video yesterday, but it's just true. So we started putting out there years ago the type of clients we wanted for charter clients. And it worked. It worked. Is every day perfect? No, it's not. That's the paradox of life, right? Not every day is perfect. But for the most part, our charter clients are exactly what my husband wants. And so we specifically design the types of people that we wish to work with. And, I put that out there yesterday in my video. Again, watch all my videos. You'll see how things like tie together like a puzzle, right? Like I know intuitively like who my ideal client is. So then I have to show up accordingly, right? But what's shown on the internet is all this like lip service bullshit. And there's so much more to that. And one of the things is making the right choices with how you spend your time and who you're showing up for. So again, I don't want to say too much because this is YouTube, but I really hope this lands for the people that need to hear this. And if that person doesn't watch the video, that's fine. There's someone else out there that needs to hear this message about redefining who your client is and who you're showing up for in the process in order to get that client, right? So it's also too sometimes making that really hard call. So last year, there was someone that I literally had to call on the phone and take him out of our groups. Yeah, that's hard. That's hard. And I did it. I made that phone call. And I had absolutely no doubt in my body that that was the right thing to do. There was no mind loops going back and forth that I'm a bad person, no guilt, no shame, nothing, zero in my body. That person needed to go from our groups in order for my husband to show up better in his full alignment for the rest of the guys in the groups and for our business to grow. And that is what I help people with as a mentor, is understanding those things, shifting the energies to be able to hold those spaces within yourself and then with the conversations of people. And there's so much in this. There's so much in the aspect of people and relationships. And there's just so much lip service and crap that's out there online that doesn't even crack the nut on this topic at all. And then you wonder why, and I'm going to go here, and this is going to be hard. So just buckle up. But there's a vast amount of people that get cancer because they are not understanding the energetics of people, and they take in those energies. I'm not kidding. I know this to be true. And I can tell you names and I can tell you stories, but I'm just going to say that for private clients. Because I've seen it. I see someone and I'm like, I know that that's why. I know it's just a result of their job. There's truly no glory in calling yourself an empath. And I'm going to go here too, and this is hard. And you have the choice, again, everything's a choice, to not do that. Because you can change who you're talking to. You can do that with love. You don't get props for enabling people. That's a whole other topic too. You get props for showing up for yourself and changing that trajectory. Because if you get sick, you're not helping anybody. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. So I know this is like a tough conversation, but I have been challenged to show up as the trigger with my contrarian self, with my knowledge, with my knowingness, and help other people understand that too. And the right people will find me. I totally get that. And I say all of these things with love and compassion because I see it. I see it. So again, I want to keep these videos short. So I think I'm at a little over 10 minutes right now. But thank you for following. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking. Thank you for leaving a comment for what resonates. And my SEO friend out there, I see you, bud. But I'm good. I'm good. We just monetized our Good Karma Sport Fishing YouTube channel, and I did that with my husband. So I'm good, but I love you. Thanks for watching. Thanks for helping my algorithm. And I hope my tips really help you and you're not just trying to sell me. But anyhow, but I am a business coach. I'm an intuitive and energetic empowerment business and life mentor, really, is what I am. My website is melindavanfleet.com. Thanks for being here. See you tomorrow. Much love.